Now, if you ask me, I want Black Myth Wukong to win Game of the Year. I personally think that this game definitely deserves it. And if you ask some people, they probably point you into Metacritic to see the score, and you can see here it's 76 and 81. Alright, let's look at the highest mark, 81. Now let's go over all the other Game of the Year awards that were given to games since, well, Game of the Year award first established. So if you look at Metacritic to see how media actually, again, this is an aggregation rating on Metacritic, ranked this game, and you can see that Black Myth Wukong is actually ranked the lowest. I've even included, of course, the 76 ranking here. You can see the combination of different platforms here, but basically 81 is a pretty low rank. If you just take it face up front as what we look at Metacritic compared to those games who actually won Game of the Year before. So this can give us some indication that, well, there might be a problem. Now, as you can see, DLCs, expansion packs, and remakes and remasters are also eligible. And this means for all categories, including Game of the Year. So Elden Ring, potentially with its DLC, can win another Game of the Year award. Again, just being a DLC, it's kind of counted as a separate game. And it's already rocking 94 on Metacritic. We also have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Keep in mind, this is the time making this video, I don't know the nominees for Game of the Year awards. Or for any other categories in that manner. But this one, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, 92 on Metacritic. We also have Astro Bot with 94, one of my favorite games this year, and I'll be very happy if he can actually snatch the Game of the Year this year. But I think one of the most important thing is not just this, basically what the media ranked it, because sometimes we see a big gap between what the media mentioning about the game and what people think about the game. I mean, the majority of players, basically. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is where Black Myth Wukong really shines. This is where you can clearly see what people's opinion about the game is, and it's on Steam. So this is staggering. Look at that, all reviews, 722,000 reviews on Steam. And not just that, overwhelmingly positive, both recent and old reviews. And if we compare it to Elden Ring, for example, it's very positive with 716,000 total reviews. And we can expect Black Myth Wukong to get even more at higher price because it's relatively a newer game. Now, let's also not forget that we have the DLC, but those who actually bought the DLC, of course, have the base game as well. Now, it's worth mentioning that the PC also had some, some optimization issues at the beginning, and that's the way I actually bought it on the PlayStation 5, rather than not getting it on PC, because I had a feeling that it won't be well optimized. And indeed, it was the case, but again, we are already like more than 2.5 years after. And this is for the most played games of all time. Alright, let me fix it for you. All-time peak, look at that. After PUBG, that has the first place when it comes to all-time peak of concurrent players playing on Steam, Black Myth Wukong with 2.4 million concurrent players. It definitely can keep up with multiplayer games that have high replay value, but this is a huge achievement. Look at that, it's just crazy. Now also Black Myth Wukong user rating also goes, you see, 8.3 with 6.6 thousand user ratings and with 91 total critic reviews, which I just see them as individuals. So basically I always look at what you, the users, the player says. And I think the biggest competition for Black Myth Wukong will be from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Astro Bot. I think actually those three are at the top of my list. But I have to tell you that I really want Astro Bot to be recognized this year. Really, this is just Sony listened to us, the players. We wanted the full Astro Bot game, and they delivered, and not just delivered it big time. Okay, they kind of failed with not delivering animated eyes with the controller. Nonetheless, it's also, I think, a good proof how Unreal Engine 5 can be when it comes to delivering stunning visuals and graphics. This is definitely a great highlight for this game. It was an engaging combat system, unique settings and mythology, challenging bosses, yes, Souls-like difficulty bosses, no microtransaction or live service elements, very high production values. There was strong storytelling and character development, beautiful soundtrack. There was exploration and discovery, although I thought personally it was a bit limited because again it was an open world and it was kind of more linear and restricted. Nonetheless, it felt good. but it kind of more like a boss rush game. It really felt that they deliver in the aspect of really exciting boss battles, really fun combat. They just nailed it perfectly, and also injected lots of secret to explore and things to discover. I think that also many players really enjoy also replaying the game and discovering new things, and just enjoying playing the game with more upgraded gear. With lots of gear, you need to basically jump into New Game Plus in order to unlock it. So again, with the huge hype also came a really amazing delivery from the developers in all fronts, almost. And I think that's what gamers wanted, and they got it. I mean, a challenging, visually stunning action RPG with rich mythology and engaging combat, single-player story-driven experience with also no microtransaction or live service elements. Also, I think that for me it kind of felt like a fresh take on the action RPG genre, with blending Chinese mythology with Souls-like combat. So overall, if I take everything into consideration and seeing of course the acceptance of players for this game, I think this game definitely needs to win Game of the Year this year. But I have to admit one thing here, that the game actually kind of fell apart in the last stage. I think it was a bit underwhelming when you actually expect it to be like the best of the best. It actually didn't feel like that, but that's how it was for me. But it doesn't take from the overall great experience that I had playing this game. This is such a polished experience that I expected from, for example, From Software to deliver. But I think here they went the extra mile when it comes to storytelling, making the story of course less cryptic, like when you play Souls game, you know what I mean. So this is kind of primarily based on the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West. Now, it's not a direct adaptation of the novel. Instead, the game takes inspiration from the character of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, and reimagining his story in a darker and more mature setting. The game also draws inspiration from other Chinese mythological and folklore elements, creating a rich and immersive world filled with gods, demons, and mythical creatures. So again, it is important to note that while the game is inspired by Journey to the West, it offers a unique and original take on the story, allowing players to experience a fresh and exciting adventure. The game itself is insanely photogenic, and these things cannot easily ignore. The game ropes you with a stunning world full of mythical creatures and ancient lore. It also has a captivating narrative drawing into the epic journey of the Monkey King. It has a beautiful, haunting soundtrack, enhancing the immersive experience overall. It also features a challenging and rewarding combat system, testing your skills and reflexes. So overall, I think Black Myth Wukong redefines the action RPG genre with its stunning visuals, intricate combat system, and captivating narrative. It offers a truly immersive experience. It's a testament to the power of storytelling and the beauty of Chinese mythology. This is a game that not only entertains but also elevates the medium. Black Myth Wukong is undoubtedly a strong contender for the highly sought after Game of the Year award. Hopefully, it will be recognized as such. Thanks for watching.